Ayumu, what are you saying? Someone faked Pancham's infection? And the killer's infected?
That is the decision me and Proto Man have come to. If you look back on it, it's the most likely option. In fact, it is the most likely option.
No! There's no way!
Yeah, sorry, big bro, Ayumu, but Pancham was definitely infected. I'm also gonna have to disagree with this theory. It seems too coincidental that you think Pancham was not infected. And plus, on the topic of the killer being infected, wouldn't, we notice their symptoms by now?
I mean, this disease is unknown to us, so technically it could boost something, or I don't know,
But wouldn't we have noticed a change in, their body temperature or something?
Yes, that is a good point. I mean, yeah, that is a good point.
They could have done something about that. We just need to figure out why.
No! I refuse to believe it!
We're gonna have to do this the annoying way, aren't we?
Huh? What do you mean the annoying way?
Monokuma, our opinions are split. La 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 la.
Ooh, sorry. I just need to let that out. It's time for everyone's favorite part of the class trial, Scrum debate time. Here's how it'll work. Boing. Go on to this side of the courtroom if you think the killer if the killer didn't fake an infection and they're not infected. Or go on to this side of the courtroom if you think the opposite. I don't feel like saying it again. Boing.
What are you saying? Pancham faked his infection? That's impossible!
Proto Man, we're not saying that the killer faked the Pancham faked his own infection. We're saying the killer faked his infection.
One of the symptoms of despair disease is a fever, right? How would they keep their body temperature down?
Elizabeth!
They could have used either the bathtub or the contraption I made in Natsuki's room to regulate their body temperature.
But wasn't Pancham 100% infected? Nightmare Foxy!
But the stuff in his room kind of proves, according to Proto Man and Ayumu,
Isn't it possible Daisy was the one that was infected and killed Pancham? I got this! But we've already confirmed that Daisy died first. There's no way that she could have killed Pancham.
What if Pancham was actually infected and he's the one who killed Daisy?
Proto Man! He couldn't have killed Daisy, or else the body discovery announcement would have counted him.
But we looked after all the infected patients. There's no way any one of them could be the killer.
I got this! The fact is, none of the other infected patients are the killer. Someone else is, and is hiding their infection.
This is our answer.
Enough of this, now! The killer faked Pancham's infection, and they're faking not being infected right now. It's the only likely option for the killer. I guess that would make sense. Yes, unfortunately it would.
Fine.
Okay. Fine.
So then, who's faking their infection?
Well, obviously, they tried faking Pancham's sickness. So, that would mean that the killer was obviously trying to fake make themselves look innocent. Which means they most likely didn't fake the infection of any of the actual infected. Which means the other infected are not the killer. The people who were infected that don't include Pancham and the killer are... It's them! Natsuki, Nightmare Foxy, and Proto Man. They are not the killer. And we're not the killers either, I remember, because of the evidence with Daisy's handbook at the crime scene. Precisely. So, that means the killers can only be The sickness caretakers.
Well, excluding Daisy, since, we already went over that possibility.
Wait a minute, I just remembered something. Hey, Elizabeth, during the Scrum debate, you said that the killer could have regulated their body temperature with either the bathtub or they could have used your contraption. But is there any proof of that? Yes, actually, there is. There was water on Natsuki's floor, showing that they might have poured the water on themselves or sprayed it on themselves.
Yeah.
Alright, so that means whoever spent the most amount... Doesn't that mean whoever was in Natsuki's room around the time of the Pancham so-called being infected, doesn't that make them suspicious?
Hey, yeah. And wait, before Pandium was announced as the fourth infected, didn't someone say they refilled Natsuki's water? Wait, someone did say that?
I don't remember who it was. Who was the person who did it? They're the killer then. Wait. They're the killer? I remember who it is, but that means that the killer is... It was you! Peach, didn't you say you filled Natsuki's water around that time?
Wait, what?
Ayumu, shut your face. What? Peach is not the killer. Are you completely insane? What about the body discovery announcement then?
It could be it could be that someone else saw the body and that the killer's keeping them quiet.
That would make no sense.
Ayumu, I'm not infected. I helped everyone the most of these infected patients.
You could have gotten infected when you were spending all the time around the sick patient.
But we don't even know how this sickness spreads. Regardless, Ayumu, you have no proof that I'm the killer.
I don't know if you're the killer, but you might be hiding something, Peach, and someone else is here too. I just have to prove it.
I'm not the killer, and I'm not infected either.
You spent the most time around each infected, right? So that means you have the most likelihood of being infected.
I guess that's the case.
But is that enough to list Peach as the killer, though? I mean, her refilling Natsuki's water at the time could have been a coincidence.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was, a coincidence. You have no proof otherwise that I'm the killer, or that I have anything to do with this crime.
No, that's wrong! I'm sorry, Peach, but we found 2 letters at both crime scenes.
What?
Yeah. One was addressed from Gin, and the other one was addressed from you. But I didn't write anything! I don't think you did, Gin. I think maybe they were forged by one person. Yuri, Natsuki, you guys are in the literature club, right? Can you confirm if these 2 notes were written by the same person?
I guess.
Show us the notes. I took out the notes from my pocket and I handed them to Natsuki and Yuri. Within a few seconds, they told us the truth.
Well, no, I can't identify who wrote this. That's more of Yuri's territory.
Exactly, but we can confirm that
These 2 notes, written by the same exact person. So, they were forged!
But that doesn't mean Peach wrote them. I know her handwriting. It's not that. That could be an attempt to cover for her, though.
Well then, I guess it's decided. Monokuma, we cast the... Wait, hold on a minute.
Wait, Natsuki, what?
It's just now that I realized something in the slides. We had them... Hold on a minute. The scratched out part. Look closely at it, Ayumu.
What?
Look closely. Doesn't it look like there was a name written behind that?
Actually, it does. Wait. It looks like a D and an S.
Look at this one. Look closely.
That one's a little more... It looks like it says... Pancham.
Wait, that note addressed from Pancham is... Wait, hold on.
Wait a minute. I have a function on me that can actually read through ink. Hold on, Ayumu. Give me a sec. Oh my god. What?
What is it?
Natsuki, you might have just revealed something. These notes weren't originally addressed from Peach and Gin. They were from Daisy and Pancham.
Wait, what? You're saying Pancham and Daisy wrote these notes?
But wait. My theory was that someone led Daisy to the laundry room to kill her. Why would Daisy wrote these notes?
I don't
No, but I don't think that's Daisy's handwriting either.
I mean, we have no way to prove it. I mean, without any evidence, Peach, we can't really prove your innocence.
No, I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sorry. I lied again.
Huh?
Rosalina, what are you talking about?
Ayumu, come on. I said this at the beginning. I was the second one to discover the body. I mean, well, yeah, well, that was a lie. Peach was the first one to discover the body.
Wait, what? This is confusing. Wait, Rosalina, you're making things confusing.
I think what she's trying to say is that she's being truthful now.
I guess.
I think what she means to say is that she was actually the third person to discover the body, triggering it, and Peach was the second.
I'm sorry, Peach. I don't see a way out of this. So I had to be honest. I don't want them to think I'm an accomplice.
Rosie.
I still want to fight for your innocence, though. Because I believe that you're not the killer.
There has to be something, anything. Come on, please, Ayumu. Go over this. Go over any hidden truth.
I guess we could discuss in some other outlooks. Yeah, I still don't think Peach is the killer. But I don't know. I say we have one more fair discussion about this. Huh? Okay, everyone, listen up. No matter how ridiculous these claims may be, think about any other possible outcome that can prove Peach's innocence. Alright then, let's discuss about this.
Me and Yuri can confirm that those two notes were written by the same person, but are we sure they were from Peach?
I mean, as Proman just proved, the makers of those notes were originally written as Daisy and Pancham. Why would Peach want to erase their name just to put her own? It would make her look more suspicious. That's why, let's think about every other possibility, no matter how weird it may seem.
Maybe someone's just trying to frame me.
But that seems a little too obvious, though.
Perhaps maybe they were trying to trick us?
Or who knows? Maybe they were trying to not lure Daisy and Pancham, but Peach and Kid instead. Hee.
I agree with that. Wait a minute. What if... Have you figured something out, Ayumu? Yes. What if the killer was originally not trying to kill Daisy and Pancham? Well, I mean, Pancham's killing was an accident, though. I'm saying that what if the killer was originally going to kill two people from the beginning? But there's a rule saying we can only one person kill only a maximum of two people.
Get to the point, please.
I'm saying they weren't originally going to kill Daisy or Pancham.
Huh? Wait, I was right?
Wait, then who were they originally going to kill?
It should be obvious. The people they were originally trying to kill were... It's them! The killer was trying to kill Gin and Peach.
Wait, what?
Wait, that would make sense.
But wait, hold on. If the notes were originally going to go to Peach and Gin, how did Daisy and Pancham end up with them?
It's possible maybe Daisy witnessed the killer put the notes under their door, and then she caught the killer in the act.
Pancham might have done that too.
I mean, obviously the killer wanted you guys to get those notes, so why didn't they just knock on the door or something, get your attention?
Me and Gin were very exhausted and sleepy that day.
Yeah, we went out as soon as we hit our beds. So now the pieces of the puzzle are coming together.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But now that begs the real question. Who was the writer of those notes? Well, I think now we can list off two more suspects of the killer.
We can? Great. Tell us.
The suspects are... It's them. No matter how you guys look at it, Gin and Peach are 100% not the killer.
Yeah, I guess. They wouldn't change their name to the name to their names on the letters, so yeah. But that means there's only 3 suspects left. You know them, right, Ayumu?
Yes, the 3 suspects remaining of being the killer are... It's only them! Rosalina, Elizabeth, and Yuri. One of you is the killer.
You're including Rosie?
I'm sorry, Peach, but she's also a part of the sickness caretaker group. And all three of them are actually. But I think maybe we can list her off, since she just admitted she was the one who triggered the body discovery announcement. Yes, I was. So that means our culprits are down between Elizabeth and Yuri.
I don't think it's Yuri. There's no way.
Yes, there's no way I did this.
Well, same goes for me, because I'm not the killer either.
It's between those two, but how can we decide? They're both equally as suspicious, but how do we decide on who the killer is? Hold on, Ayumu. I think I know how we can figure out the killer. Huh? How? Something we should go back to. The murder weapon.
What? The murder weapon? But I do agree with that. We haven't discussed on it yet.
What's Protoman trying to get at? The murder weapon will lead to who the killer is? I guess I'll trust Ellie for now. Alright, everyone. Let's discuss.
How are we discussing about the murder weapon? Will lead to who the killer is.
Let's just talk about it. Think about it. What were the wounds on both the victims? They were both cut and slash wounds and stab wounds, right? So it has to be a weapon that can do all of that.
The most obvious answer of a weapon is a knife, right?
That seems like it would be the case.
So is that? The murder is a kitchen knife. No, that's wrong. Wait a minute, Yuri. What did you just say? I said the murder weapon is a kitchen knife. What else?
Ayumu, I don't see the problem.
Ayumu, our killer just fucked himself in the ass.
Alright, you know what? You being friendly is being annoying.
Do you want me to go back to being a dick?
No.
Exactly, so shut up.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
The killer of this case. It's you! Yuri's the killer. Her claim just now proves it.
What? Yuri's the killer?
What do you mean I'm the killer?
Yeah, you know, that's complete bullshit. There's no way Yuri's the killer. I mean, come on. It could easily be Alyssa.
We never specified what type of knife it was.
Huh?
Natsuki, you remember, right? Protoman told us that that the wounds on both Pancham and Daisy looked like it could have been done by a knife. But he never specified what type of knife.
Wait, now that you mention it, you're right.
I just said it looked like it could be a kitchen knife. But, Yuri, you weren't there when I said that. Only like 3 other people were there. Those being Elizabeth, Natsuki, and Yellow Yoshi, along with Ayumu. So tell me, Yuri, how did you know the weapon was a kitchen knife? It was an educated guess, right? There was a missing kitchen knife in the kitchen, right?
Wait, there was?
Yeah, there was. But how did you know that, Yuri?
Well,
Yuri?
Is she really the killer?
I don't want to believe it, but the evidence seems to line up with Yuri being the killer.
Wait, doesn't that mean she's also infected?
Yuri's infected with the despair disease?
It would make sense, and it would give her a motive, but what was her infection?
Nothing, because I'm not infected. I'm not the killer. Yeah, come on, guys.
Ish, you look a little creepy now. I know it sounds creepy.
I don't want to think Riri is the killer, but she kind of fits all the requirements. She's a member of the sickness caretaker group. She was one of the other 2 suspects.
And she... Natsuki, can you identify Yuri's handwriting?
No, I'm not good at pinpointing people's handwriting. I only can identify if say 2 notes are written by the same person.
That was also probably to throw you off. Yuri knows that about you, so she knew that would be her defense.
So, Yuri, you have any last words before we vote you as the killer?
Yuri, give it up. You're the...
Shut your mouth!
Huh?
Oh, Ayumu. You better shut your fucking mouth before I stab it.
Yuri, what's...
You better shut your mouth. That's what. I'm not the killer. I'm telling you that. Please, I didn't. I mean, no, I didn't. I mean...
Yuri, you're acting completely different. You have to be the killer.
Oh, Ayumu, you're really stupid. I'll fight you, and I'll win this fight. Just because I happen to guess the murder weapon doesn't mean I'm the killer, or nor am I infected. So your logic is wrong, and you're wrong. So shut the fuck up before I stab you. Your change in personality right now is all that I need to prove that you're infected, Yuri. Please, just admit your guilt. Even if I am infected, that doesn't prove that, or I'm the killer. Doesn't mean I'm infected, or whatever. I mean, there's no proof that I was chosen to be infected. Actually, there kind of is. There was kind of a pattern with the infected. It started with a boy, then a girl, then a boy. Shouldn't the next one be another girl? But that's just a guess. You can't prove anything. Not that a thing. You have no other proof that I'm infected. You're burning up right now, which means that the water must have worn off, which means that you're the killer and you're infected. No, no, no! I'll cut down your words. Game over, Yuri. You're the killer. Just admit it.
Yuri, no, please don't be the killer, Yuri! I mean, you might be infected, but are you sure she's the killer?
Yes, I'm sure. Because looking back on it, there's one more piece of evidence that condemns Yuri's death.
Really? What is it then, Ayumu? Please, tell me. If you don't want to get fucking stabbed in the throat, I'll stab you. I will. Explain it then. I'm not the killer. I'm telling you now. Explain! I'm the killer. You're bullshitting me, Ayumu. I'm telling you, I'm innocent. I just finally awakened my true self. I am not the killer. It could still be Elizabeth. After all, she is the one who invented that stupid contraption for Natsuki. My beloved Natsuki. I'm not the killer, though. Please, admit it. I'm not it. Please, please, please. I'm not the killer. You're just going off of inferences. You don't know anything. But why I did. There's no way I can be the killer. It could still be Elizabeth. She got too close to my beloved Natsuki. Both of those people did. That bumbled fucking brute-ass princess bitch and that furry wannabe. I would kill them both. Why didn't I kill them? I'm not the killer, though. Don't worry. You said there's definitive proof, though, right? So, where is it? Where is the proof that I am the killer, besides my change in attitude? Come on, Ayumu. I am about to stab your ass. You better. Come on, Ayumu. You better. Explain. Apologize right now. I did it all for her. She's mine. No one else's. I'm her friend. I should protect her. Ah! What's the proof that I'm the killer, Ayumu? What's the so-called definitive proof you speak of? It ends here, Yuri. No! Wait! What? The dying messages of Pancham and Daisy. What?
Oh, wait, you mean those numbers?
Let's think back. If Pancham saw Daisy's body first, that means he must have saw Daisy's dying message first. However, Daisy might have died during writing it, which means she couldn't finish it. But Pancham might have figured it out even though it was incomplete. That's why, when he saw those numbers, and he knew he was about to die, he wrote out the last remaining numbers in the Daisy's dying message.
I still don't get it though.
The numbers 25, 21, 18, and 19. Or wait, no, 18 and 9. Now, correlate those numbers with the alphabet.
Okay. The 25th letter in the alphabet is Y. The 21st is U. The 18th is R. And the 9th letter is I. Yuri. The killer was out in the open all this time. We just didn't know about it.
Yuri, did you really? Oh, what a shame. I thought I could get away with it. Yuri! It's the knife I did the deed with. I think I've lost. But don't worry, my sweet beloved Natsuki. We will join the heavens soon.
What are you talking about? Wait, hold
on! There's something I'm still not getting here. It's why I went against your whole infected theory.
Huh? What do you mean?
Monokuma said after a murder is committed, all the infected will be cured. But why isn't Yuri cured?
Well, doy, because once you're cured, you have a faint memory of what you did when you were infected. It would have been no fun at all if I just cured her.
Do not blame Monokuma. It was all for my beloved Natsuki. I would have done it anyway. I would have snapped. But anyway, Yumu, just end this, please.
Okay. This is the truth of your crime, Yuri. This crime all started on the second day of the infected, where the fourth infected got infected at 12 o'clock on noon on the second day of the infected. However, although the killer was infected, they didn't want anyone else to know they were infected because they were planning a murder. So, since they were a sickness prevention planner, they broke into Pancham's room with his e-hand, or they either ambushed Pancham outside of his room and knocked him out with a napkin with some chloroform on it. Then the killer decided to fake an illness on Pancham. They used a syringe to put eye drops in his eyes to get rid of his bloodshot eyes from his alcohol, and they gave him alk cleansers to make him all clear of his systems, making him not drunk anymore. After that, the killer simply just hid the stuff they used under Pancham's mattress and waited for Pancham to wake up. However, they needed to also hide their symptoms, so they went to Natsuki's room and used the water sprayer that Baby built. After that, they closed Pancham's door and Natsuki, and they had one thing to do. They probably snuck behind everyone, and from the thermostat, picked Pancham's room and raised the temperature very high. And once 10 minutes passed, Pancham came out, and we all thought he was infected. Next, the killer then decided to choose their victims. They chose Peach and Gin to kill. So they wrote 2 notes addressed to them from Pancham and Daisy, so that way they would get lured into the laundry room willingly. However, during this time, Daisy was probably in Pancham's room, taking care of him, when she heard something out in the hall. Pancham, not being infected and was just a little tired and energized from the day, just came up and followed Daisy, wondering what she saw. That's when they saw the killer putting the notes under the respective owner's door and ran to the laundry room to wait for them. Daisy then picked up the note, didn't like what was written on it, and told Pancham to wait there while she went to investigate. However, Pancham also looked at the note that was addressed to Gin, and he didn't like it either, so he went to go follow Daisy. The killer was waiting for Peach to come into the laundry room. However, when Daisy came in I don't know why the killer didn't stop at that point, but they saw an opportunity to kill Daisy instead. So they attacked Daisy, knocking her out with the knife, and slicing her and stabbing. They then started to take Daisy's bloody body, and even though she was still alive, to the boiler. However, they weren't satisfied, and sliced at her and stabbed her more. After the killer then thought that they were done, they left a note and just let Daisy die of blood. Pancham, who was probably hiding at the time, then saw Daisy's body, and saw her starting to write out with her dying breath 2 numbers, 25 and 21. However, she must have died in the middle of writing it. Pancham must have figured out what it meant and went to go warn the other. However, that is when the killer saw Pancham running. Pancham then tried to run as fast as he could to try to warn someone. And however, this is just an assumption. The killer probably had no time to waste and threw the knife at Pancham, lightly stabbing him in the back of the head, but not killing him, leaving the blood mark me and Aoi found. The killer, now realizing they had to kill Pancham, grabbed his note, grabbed his body, and dragged him to the bathroom. Pancham was likely still alive at the time, so the killer probably did this in the sink. They threw the note in the tub. They sliced Pancham just like they did with Daisy, and they had no way to move, dragged Pancham's bloody body, and hung the still alive Pancham in the shower. However, Pancham knew what the rest of Daisy's eye message was, so he finished it, writing the numbers 18 and 9 behind him with his dying breath. Finally, the killer decided to make a locker room mystery. So they locked the door and decided they would have to go out through the window. They sliced the windshield open with their knife and jumped out. Then they ran out, going through the backyard and into the back room door. This is the truth of the case. However, they made another mistake. They left Daisy's e-handbook during the investigation there, and they're the ones who also messaged Peach in the morning, give us the false misconception that Daisy was still alive that morning. This is the truth of what the culprit did, and since they knew and since we've gone over all the evidence, the culprit can only be... It's you! Isn't that right? You're the killer of Daisy and Pancham! Yuri, the ultimate horror novelist. You're the one who killed both of them. And that is the truth of your crime, Yuri. So just admit it.
I guess I've lost. Cast your votes. I don't give a crap.
Yuri. All right, everyone. It's voting time.
Are we really gonna make the right choice?
I mean, I guess.
All right, everyone. Here's how it's going to work this time since I'm upgrading. In front of you, a little tablet will appear. And in front of you will be buttons of everyone that's still alive so far. Press the person you think you want to vote for as the killer, and then press confirm. So vote right now. All right, it looks like everyone voted. Now, who's it gonna be? Will he make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Who's it gonna be? And your choice was correct! The blacking behind not only the murder of the ultimate cheerleader Daisy and the ultimate alcoholic Pancham was the ultimate horror novelist, Yuri! Yuri, why? Why did you do this?
Isn't it obvious? I did it for you, Natsuki. I was trying to kill all the people that were helping you more than me. That stupid bitch. That little furry. The other stupid bitch I killed. And I guess to extent, that little alcoholic panda.
Monokuma, clarify? Oh yeah, I never said Yuri's disease. Yuri's disease is the jealousy disease.
The jealousy disease?
Yes, it brought out her inner jealousy.
What?
Basically, remember how I said if an the despair disease can also bring out a hidden emotion? Well, Yuri was hiding in a lot of jealousy for the princesses and Gin.
What? Why?
I mean, to be fair, you were helping out Natsuki more than her, and she's supposed to be her best friend. That's gotta make her feel a little jealous of you guys.
So she targeted Peach and Kitten because she was jealous of them.
Yepperdoodle! And now without further ado, cure her now! What? I am no obliged to.
I want to hear this from Yuri's mouth. Not yours, you son of a bitch. Do what Natsuki said and cure her.
Fine, whatever.
And with the snap of a finger, Yuri seemed to come back to her normal self. And that's what made this more sad. What? Where am I? The trial grounds. But wait, who? No. I didn't want this. No.
Yuri, are you back?
I think. Natsuki. I have faint memories. But did I really do it?
Yes, you did. But is it true? Were you really that jealous of me and Daisy and Rosie and Gin? Because we were helping her more than you?
I'm not the type of person to express my emotions that often. But yeah, I just felt jealous of you guys. I'm supposed to be Natsuki's best friend, and yet I barely helped her at all. I don't expect you guys to forgive me, especially you, Peach and Gin. But I'm sorry, Natsuki. I'm sorry, Gin. I'm sorry, Peach. I never meant to take away someone precious to you. I just thought you would take away someone precious to me.
Yuri, I'm so... You should have told us.
Yeah, we could have talked this out. Yuri, I'm so sorry, but please, whatever you guys do, don't make the same foolish mistakes that I have made. I'm sorry, Natsuki, but this is where we must say goodbye.
No! Yuri!
I'm sorry, Natsuki. Live on for me. Live on for Sayori. And for Monica. take care of her for me.
No! Natsuki, I'm sorry! No! Yuri! No!
Goodbye, everyone. Perhaps we will meet again in another life.
Ah, finally! This is getting annoying. Anyway, without further ado, let's get every single thing we've got. It's punishment time! Ooh. Stabby, stabby, slaughter, slaughter. That bitch is dead, and I'm gonna holler.
No! Yuri, no!
Natsuki, I'm so sorry.
All of us were in great despair. We had lost two people we deeply cared about. And the person that killed him didn't even do it not willingly. I have to wonder, how many more people are going to die? How many more people are going to suffer? And how many more loved ones are going to die and get lost into the deep depths of despair?
I hope you don't mind me calling you here like this. Oh, you don't? Great. Alright, so, yeah. We had a change of plans. We didn't get our targets this time. But we will this time. Thanks to you. You're gonna step up. Understood?
Of course I do. I'll do anything for you, Mr. Monokuma. After all, I aim to please you.